Hi, humans, or should I say, hello, humans. Today's episode is episode 4 of decorating my scrapbooking bin colors sorting thingy-majingies. And yeah, we're doing Dragonfruit, which is basically like a hot pink, darker pink. It's just shades of pink that don't fall into the light pink category. But a pinkish purple shade is still coming. That one is called Bougainvillea, so excited for that. But yeah, enjoy Dragonfruit. Please remember to like and subscribe.
As per usual, for those of you that are new here, this is basically bins for my scrapbooking supplies sorted into colors. So I put random bits and bobs in here. As you can see, there's even a stamp pad lying there that goes into the bin. All of my paper scraps for those colors go into the bin. Even like ribbons and yeah, random little bits and bobs, honestly. This just really helps me when crafting to be able to easily find what I'm looking for, and I really function well with monochromatic colors, like sorting things in monochromatic colors. So I've got 19 basic colors that I use throughout my craft room in various areas for sorting things. That really helps me to keep things organized, and it just helps to like declutter my mind, if that makes sense. Because I've got ADHD, this is just something that helps me to stay focused in my space, and it almost forms a part of my decor. I love functional decor, so if I can do something that is part of organization but make it pretty and yet still practical, that is my thriving point. So yeah, here I'm using an offcut of a piece of foam that I used a while ago. So I even keep the little weird offcut ends, bits and bobs, because I always try to really use the most of it before either discarding it, depending on what type of material it is. Like foam, I mostly don't use in my recycled paper, but most other materials, I just use those little bits and bobs and chuck them into my handmade paper bins, so that I can make paper with them and get fun little textures, colors, specks of color. Yeah, basically taking something that's waste and turning it into art, or basically just, yeah, reusing something, but the end product is not even just a basic product. It is something so special, so creative that you end up paying a lot more for it. Yeah, we love doing things bougie on a budget. But anyway, I'm gonna pop off for a little bit, enjoy the little process of me cutting everything, sorting, and planning out what I want to do with this little bin cover. Cheers. Here you'll see me use a very, very fun technique, which I absolutely love to do with embossing folders because this really just adds value to them on another level. And it is so easy to do, but it creates such an amazing effect. So I take my stamp pads. I use the VersaFine Clay from Tsukaniko. I don't know how to say that, but it is a Japanese brand as far as I'm concerned. And these ink pads, once again, I bought on Take a Lot a few years ago. If you want to go watch that video, but honestly, they've literally lasted so many years. They've traveled overseas with me. They've literally I'm so impressed with these. Honestly, I cannot recommend them enough. So I just stamped that directly onto my embossing folder, and like I said, it's a really good type of ink pad. I haven't really explored with lots of different ones, but that one really works well. So, and then I just put it through my cuttle bag, which is an embossing and die cutting machine. Absolutely love, love, love my cuttle bag. I've got the Cricut, but it just, I just reach for this one a bit more, to be completely honest with you. I do think I'll buy less die cutting plates, going forward and more embossing folders. But just look at the results, guys. Like, this is incredible. I get excited every single time. So yeah, it obviously puts the ink, well, yeah, I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, I just use nail polish remover to wipe my embossing folder clean. I did use a wet wipe, but I would suggest using something that is not wet. So like perhaps I don't know, like a cotton pad or something. I don't know, something else. But this works fine. It's just if you want more of a concentrated nail polish solution, to remove this. And also I started doing this on the table, but I'd suggest doing this like on either a scrap piece of paper or whatever, so that you don't accidentally get that ink on the table. But yeah, just wanted to show you guys that little step because I think that is such a fun little hack to use to extend the use of your embossing folders into other areas. honestly such a fun little hack. If you want to create dimension in your crafts, you can use a piece of foam and glue to just lift that piece of paper to give it a bit of more dimension and like layering type of an effect. You can use those double-sided foam tape block thingies. I've ordered quite a few. I think I ordered them from Shein, to be honest. Um, yeah, you can do that to just lift everything up from the page and yeah, give it a bit more depth. This really helps to elevate your designs and make it a little bit more formal and fancy looking. And as you guys saw here, I even just use little scrap bits. So that's actually such a great purpose for scrap pieces of foam. Might as well keep a little jar of my scrap pieces of foam so that they can be used in that way. I really try my best to reduce waste in whatever I do, but we are still human and every day we learn new ways of doing that. But anyway. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm still experimenting with this little end screen over here that's going to pop up soon, or yeah. But please like and subscribe if you want to see more of my content. I'd greatly appreciate this. Really trying to get my channel to the point where I can monetize it. So your subscribe means more to me than you know. Even if you can just watch 1 or 2 videos, I would so appreciate that. Maybe play 1 or 2 in the background. Anyway, cheers guys. Bye.